Tax fraud, probably among one of the easiest crimes to commit accidentally. Unless you're like me and you still get your mom to do your taxes, then you probably spend tax season in immense amounts of stress, praying that you don't get audited and have made some small mistake somewhere that's gonna land you with an offense. As it turns out, it's not just us regular people who have to deal with the stresses of the Internal Revenue Service. Shakira has recently found herself in trouble for allegedly not paying taxes in the country of Spain. She was originally charged 4 years ago in 2018, and we have just recently seen a development in the case. So let's recap the situation and take a look at what Shakira's been up to lately. The prosecutors are accusing Shakira of having not paid almost $15 million in taxes between 2012 and 2014. They say that it mostly has to do with where she was living. While her official residence was in the Bahamas, they allege that she spent more than half the time living in Barcelona, and thus should have been paying taxes to the country. Barcelona being where she lived with 11-year partner Gerard Pique, with whom she had 2 children. The prosecutors are calling for her to be sentenced to a whopping 8 years and 2 months in prison, and to pay an around $24 million fine. She was offered a plea deal but apparently rejected it, saying that she feels confident in standing up for herself in court. Her publicist accused the Spanish tax agency of violating her rights, saying she has always cooperated and abided by the law, demonstrating impeccable conduct as an individual and a taxpayer. They also said that Shakira trusts her innocence and chooses to leave the issue in the hands of the law, though it looks like Shakira herself hasn't made any form of public statement about the situation. Due to her celebrity status, it's likely that even if Shakira was sentenced to 8 years in prison, she wouldn't be going through the same process as the regular person, and probably would be awarded certain luxuries, especially due to the fact that this is a totally non-violent crime. She's apparently prepared, as earlier this week she deposited the amount that she is set to owe, as well as $3 million extra in interest. As expected, most people who have spoken out about the situation on social media seem to be fully in support of the performer and have even made lighthearted jokes about it, most of them about her being found innocent in court because her hips don't lie. Other messages included things like, "Damn, I heard Spain is trying to send Shakira to prison for 8 years over alleged tax fraud. I stand with Shakira," and "Let Shakira do tax fraud in peace." Whether or not she actually knowingly committed tax fraud is still unknown at this time. Now let's quickly cover her recent split with husband Gerard Pique. They lived in Barcelona together, being in a relationship for 11 years and having 2 children before very recently ending things. It seems that things between the two haven't ended too terribly though, as Gerard sent this message to Shakira prior to a meeting that will take place next week. "I wish you the best. The important thing is the happiness and welfare of our children. Child custody can be a big deal, especially in high-profile cases like this, but it seems clear that Shakira is going to be taking both children to live with her in Miami, though it does appear that Gerard has a few conditions before he goes forward with agreeing to this. He says he wants 5 tickets a year to fly first class to Miami and visit the children, and a small loan of $400,000 to help him pay a debt, though what the debt isn't clear. As I said before, the two are apparently going to be having a meeting next week to go over the details, so that's all I have for you for now. I've been your host Woody. Join us next time for more.